the role of the product owner in a Scrum-centric Agile team has these sets of responsibilities. That's the product owner. I prioritize the backlog, predominantly. The role of a product manager includes quite a bit more responsibilities. From pricing and licensing to channel management to sales win-loss analysis to distribution to strategy that product ownership doesn't include. So by title, if you're a product owner and you are responsible for prioritizing your backlog, you probably have to deal with a certain set of political forces. By title, if you're a product manager, you clearly subsume all of the responsibilities of the product owner and add a lot more. So in today's session, I specifically titled it Product Owner because in our community, that's what we ascribe to the product owner, this notion of prioritization. But I want everyone to know that when I say product owner, if you are by title in this room a product manager, you're a product owner because you engage in prioritization, but you do, I recognize that you do a lot. All of the product manager is much larger, much broader, much more expansive than a product owner. Okay? As a framing point? Now, we have a couple of options for the next hour and a half. We can go peer-to-peer, we can go goldfish, we can go think tank. We have, and I know that I have people who are Agile in the room. I have, Jason is a facilitator. I know you facilitate. David Nunn facilitates. Ron facilitates. So I got a lot of horsepower around this topic in terms of we can do different things. What I want to do briefly is what is a set of topics, either questions, answers that we want to prove, observations, or just topics about this topic, this broader topic of the politics of prioritization that we would like to discuss in a workshop format where the goal is to share and learn from each other and therefore communicate to the larger community some information that we thought would be beneficial.
I'd like to talk about certain cases where disempowerment occurs, where, for example, you're told, yes, you're the product owner, and then you do your job, and then somebody more senior than you changes that.
I can't help but give the Luke term for this. We call it swooping. When leadership goes,
Seagull,
yeah, seagull,
Back
swooping.
all over everything.
Yeah. So that's a topic that a table might want to tackle. Maybe, I'm not sure how we're going to work out the format, but a topic that a group of people might want to tackle. So we've got disempowerment.
I was also looking to learn a little bit more about the customer's involvement in the prioritization exercise and the level of involvement that they should have in the process.
Conflict management.
Conflict
Gotta
management.
be part of that.
Also, how do you balance if you have internal customers and external customers, and how you prioritize that the internal stuff is as important to keep your costs down, although there's really nobody paying for that. So how you set the expectations for external customers that although they're paying, their stuff might not be the highest priority.
Did I accurately capture that internal versus external customers? Is that short enough
Yeah.
and clear? Okay, there was, okay.
When and if transparency becomes counterproductive. Discuss.
Something like that. So it was internal and external.
Strategy.
Okay, alignment with strategy, okay.
Often that strategy changes midstream, which can impact the prioritization of your event.
I'm going to go for one more, because there was two more, but behind you.
The responsibilities of a business analyst versus a product manager. Who is a product owner?
Okay, so we've got Okay, can I be my usual rude self as opposed to trying to attempt to be nice? And just say things like, "Eat it on the wall."
Yeah.
Great.
I know the drill.
More tape this time.
Put our walls too.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so we heard, so say it again. So,
Responsibilities of VA versus a product manager. Because we're talking about a product owner. In some shops, you have both the VA and a product manager acting as a product owner.
yeah, well actually it gets really interesting because sometimes you have a project manager, a product marketing manager, a product manager, a business analyst, and a portfolio manager over everything. It gets really interesting. And then you have one more, Brian?
Yeah. I think you find in the large organizations with backlogs, they tend to have differences of opinion or different methods for gauging what has value, how we measure, so prioritizing by business value, but different divisions measure differently or different perspectives on how to do that.
How to
In the fight race.
prioritize by business value when different divisions measure BV different. Is that close?
Perfect, yeah.
Okay. I might have had my husband years on, so I wasn't sure. But it's a tough crowd today. I'm flailing. It's okay.
No, my husband here said, don't laugh at that.
Oh yeah. There you go. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is more than what we can. Oh, one more.
Which is I guess short-term versus long-term product focus, specifically around technical decisions. Is that?
You read my mind. I guess that could be sort of tackled within quite many of those earlier posts.
So that's more like alignment with your technology roadmap.
Not always, right? Not always.
Maybe now or maybe later.
That's,
Okay. If it's okay with the group, just because we've got a limited time, my only role in this is going to be beyond writing it up, keeping time, because this is the kind of topic that I think any of us would be. Hey, let's just go till 5 o'clock and get it done. But I also want to be respectful of time. How do we want to
prioritize the backlog?
We could, but we should prioritize the backlog.
yeah, we probably should.
We could, or we could, divide and conquer. I'd be entirely comfortable if people wanted to, form, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. Pick 5 of them that are interesting, and we could do each table kind of decide how they want to attack that particular topic, and either some issues, some tips. I mean, I would be comfortable if a given table said,